special.
What happens when you take the reigning Premier League champions, give them a full season to perfect their system, and then add world-class reinforcements worth over £200 million? You get Liverpool's 2025-26 squad, and it should absolutely terrify every other team in England. Because what Arne Slot has built isn't just a football team, it's a championship-winning machine that's only getting stronger. And after seeing their summer transfer window, I can tell you right now, the Premier League isn't ready for what's coming. The foundation of dominance. Let's start with what they've already built, because this foundation is what makes everything else so terrifying. Arne Slot didn't just follow Jurgen Klopp, he surpassed him. In his debut season, Slot took Liverpool to their 20th Premier League title, losing just 2 games all season. That's not luck, that's systematic dominance. That's a manager who understood the Liverpool DNA from day one and then evolved it into something even more dangerous. But here's what makes it truly frightening. That championship season wasn't Liverpool at their peak. That was Liverpool learning Slot's system, adapting to his methods, and still managing to outclass every other team in England. They won the title while still figuring things out. Now, after a full season together, after understanding every nuance of Slot's tactical approach, they're about to show the Premier League what they look like when everything clicks perfectly. The numbers from last season tell only part of the story. Yes, they scored the most goals. Yes, they had the best defensive record. But what the statistics don't capture is the relentless, suffocating way they controlled matches. Under Slot, Liverpool doesn't just beat teams, they break their spirit. They press with surgical precision, transition with lightning speed, and maintain possession with an intensity that wears down even the strongest opponents. The losses that don't actually matter now. Everyone's talking about Liverpool losing Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. Yes, that's massive. Losing one of the world's best right-backs, a player who's been at the club since childhood, a local hero who bleeds Liverpool red, that should be devastating. But here's what the pundits are missing, what the doubters don't understand. Slot's system is bigger than any one player. This is a manager who's proven he can adapt, evolve, and still win. When other managers lose their best players, they crumble. They spend months trying to replace the irreplaceable, watching their systems fall apart without that one crucial component. When Slot loses his stars, he finds a way to get better. That's not just confidence talking. That's what elite managers do. Look at how he handled the transition from Klopp. Everyone said Liverpool would struggle, that the emotional connection would be lost, that the intensity would drop. Instead, Slot created something even more clinical, even more effective. He took Klopp's passion and added tactical sophistication that made Liverpool unbeatable. The departure of Alexander-Arnold isn't a weakness, it's an opportunity for Slot to show that his system can evolve, that Liverpool's success isn't dependent on individual brilliance but on collective excellence. And when you see the players he's bringing in to fill that void, you realize this isn't a team that's rebuilding, this is a team that's reloading. The record-breaking statement signing. But let's talk about what's really keeping other managers awake at night, what's making every other Premier League team question their own transfer strategies. Florian Wirtz, a name that should send shivers down the spine of every defender in England. Liverpool just broke the British transfer record to sign this German playmaker from Bayer Leverkusen for £116 million. Let me put that into perspective for you. This isn't just any signing. This is a statement that echoes across world football. This is Liverpool saying, we're not just defending our title, we're establishing a dynasty. Wirtz isn't just talented, he's generational. At 22 years old, he's already being compared to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes, but with a work rate and pressing intensity that fits Slot's system perfectly. This is a player who scored 18 goals and provided 20 assists in all competitions last season for Leverkusen. Those aren't just impressive numbers. Those are numbers that win championships. But here's what makes the Wirtz signing truly terrifying. It's not just about what he brings on the pitch, it's about what his arrival says about Liverpool's ambitions. This is a club that's already at the top, already winning titles, and they've just added one of Europe's most coveted players. That's not the behavior of a team that's satisfied with success. That's the behavior of a team that wants to dominate for years to come. Imagine trying to defend against a team that has Mohamed Salah on one wing, Florian Wirtz pulling the strings in midfield, and the kind of tactical flexibility that allows them to deploy these weapons in countless different ways. That's not just a strong attacking lineup, that's a nightmare for every defender in the Premier League. The perfect tactical fit. And the signing makes perfect tactical sense within Slot's system. The Dutch manager loves players who can operate in multiple positions, who can press high up the pitch, and who have the technical ability to maintain possession under pressure. Wirtz ticks every single one of those boxes. In Slot's 4-3-3 formation, Wirtz can play as the advanced midfielder, drifting wide to create overloads, dropping deep to help with build-up play, or pushing high to become a second striker. This versatility is what makes Liverpool so difficult to defend against. You never know where the threats are coming from because the threats are everywhere. But Wirtz brings something else that's crucial to Slot's philosophy: intelligence. This isn't a player who relies solely on pace or power. He reads the game like a chess master, always thinking 2 moves ahead, always finding the space that others can't see. When you combine that football IQ with Liverpool's pressing system and rapid transitions, you get something truly special. The German international has already shown he can perform on the biggest stages. He was instrumental in Germany's recent international campaigns, and his Champions League performances for Leverkusen proved he doesn't shrink under pressure. Now imagine that class, that composure, operating within a Liverpool system that's already proven to be championship winning. It's not just an upgrade, it's a transformation. The clinical finisher. But Liverpool wasn't done making statement signings. Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt, a 23-year-old striker who's about to explode under Slot's system. This isn't just any signing, this is precision recruitment at its finest. Liverpool don't buy players, they buy solutions. And Ekitike solves their need for a clinical finisher who can press, create, and score from anywhere in the final third. Ekitike's numbers from last season are genuinely frightening. 24 goals in 31 appearances for Frankfurt. That's not just good, that's elite-level production. But what makes him perfect for Liverpool isn't just his goal-scoring record, it's how he scores those goals. This is a striker who can finish with both feet, who's comfortable coming deep to link play, and who has the work rate to fit into Slot's demanding pressing system. The French striker brings a different dimension to Liverpool's attack. Where they previously relied on false nines and wide forwards cutting inside, Ekitike gives them a genuine focal point in the box. But he's not just a traditional target man, he's got the pace to run in behind, the technical ability to create chances for others, and the finishing ability to convert half chances into goals. What's truly scary is how Ekitike's arrival affects the rest of Liverpool's attacking players. Salah suddenly has more space to operate because defenders have to account for Ekitike's runs. Wirtz has a genuine striker to pick out with his through balls. The entire attacking structure becomes more dangerous, more unpredictable, and ultimately more effective. Think about this combination: Wirtz creating, Salah cutting inside, Ekitike making runs, all within a system that's designed to win the ball back quickly and transition into attack at lightning speed. That's not just a strong front line, that's a nightmare scenario for every Premier League defense. The potential game changer. But here's where things get really interesting, where Liverpool's transfer strategy moves from impressive to absolutely terrifying. The rumors surrounding Isak, the Newcastle striker who scored 23 Premier League goals last season, are refusing to go away. Multiple sources have confirmed that Liverpool have registered their interest in the Swedish international. Isak has reportedly told Newcastle he wants to explore his options this summer, and Liverpool are said to be favourites for his signature if he leaves St. James's Park. The potential transfer would cost around $160 million, which would be another massive investment in Liverpool's attacking future. Now, you might be thinking, why would Liverpool need another striker when they've just signed Ekitike? But that's thinking like a normal football club. Liverpool aren't operating like a normal football club anymore. They're building a squad that can compete on multiple fronts, that can handle the physical demands of Slot's system, and that can maintain their intensity across a full season. Isak brings qualities that are different from Ekitike, but equally valuable. The Newcastle striker is already proven in the Premier League, having scored 23 goals in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. He's got the pace to exploit high defensive lines, the strength to hold up play, and the finishing ability to convert the kinds of chances that Liverpool's creative players will provide. But more importantly, Isak's potential arrival would give Liverpool the kind of squad depth that champions need. Look at Manchester City's success over the past few years. They didn't win titles with just 11 great players, they won with squads so deep that they could rotate without dropping quality. That's what Liverpool are building with these signings. The terrifying depth. The depth they're building is genuinely frightening for every other Premier League team. While other clubs are scrambling to replace aging stars, Liverpool are stockpiling young, hungry talent who fit their system perfectly. Every signing has a purpose, every move is calculated, and every addition makes the overall squad stronger. Look at their attacking options if they complete the Isak signing. Salah, Wirtz, Ekitike, potentially Isak, plus existing players like Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz, and Cody Gakpo. That's not just depth. That's an embarrassment of riches that allows Slot to rotate freely without compromising quality. But it's not just about having options, it's about having the right options. Every one of these players fits Slot's tactical system. They all have the work rate to press high up the pitch, the technical ability to maintain possession, and the pace to exploit transitions. This isn't a collection of individual talents. It's a carefully constructed squad designed to execute a specific tactical vision. The psychological impact on opponents cannot be overstated. How do you prepare to defend against a team that can start Salah and Wirtz one week, then rotate to Ekitike and Diaz the next, without any drop in quality? How do you set up your tactics when Liverpool have so many different ways to hurt you? This squad depth also means Liverpool can handle the physical demands of competing on multiple fronts. The Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. They can approach each competition with fresh, motivated players who are all capable of match-winning performances. The Slot system evolution. Here's what makes Liverpool's 25-26 game plan truly terrifying. Arne Slot's tactical evolution. Last season was about proving he could maintain Klopp's intensity while adding his own tactical sophistication. This season, it's about showing he can create something that surpasses anything the Premier League has seen before. Slot's Liverpool press higher than Klopp's team ever did, but with more intelligence and coordination. They transition faster, moving from defense to attack in a matter of seconds. They control games with a precision that's almost robotic, maintaining possession not just for the sake of it, but to create systematic pressure that eventually breaks down any defense. The Dutch manager has had a full year to implement his methods, to work with his players on the training ground, to perfect the intricate details that separate good teams from great ones. What we saw last season was impressive, but it was just the foundation. This season, we're going to see the complete Slot system in all its terrifying glory. Mohamed Salah is still there, still leading both goals and assists charts in the Premier League. But now he's operating in a system that's had a full year to perfect itself, with teammates who understand his movement patterns and within a tactical framework that maximizes his impact on games. The Egyptian king isn't just scoring goals anymore, he's orchestrating symphonies of destruction. The signing of Wirtz adds another layer to Slot's tactical flexibility. The German can play as a traditional number 10, as a false 9, or even as a deeper-lying playmaker. This versatility allows Slot to change Liverpool's tactical approach mid-game, to adjust to different opponents, and to keep defenders guessing about where the next threat will come from. The competition getting stronger. But wait, you might say, every team got better this summer. And you're absolutely right. Manchester City have reinforced their squad with smart signings, addressing the few weaknesses in Pep Guardiola's system. Arsenal have added the depth they needed to sustain a title challenge, building on their impressive performances over the past 2 seasons. Chelsea bought half of Europe again, throwing money at every position in hopes that something sticks. Newcastle are building something special under Eddie Howe. Even if they do lose Isak, they've got the financial backing to compete with anyone, and they're developing a tactical identity that makes them dangerous against any opponent. Tottenham, under their new management, look like they might finally have found the consistency that's eluded them for years. Even the newly promoted teams and mid-table clubs have strengthened significantly. The Premier League has never been more competitive, never had more quality throughout the entire division. In any other season, this would be cause for concern for the defending champions. But here's the difference. When everyone else improved, they were trying to catch up to Liverpool. Liverpool improved from a position of strength. They're not chasing anyone. They're not trying to bridge a gap. They're extending their lead from the front. While other teams were looking at Liverpool's success and trying to copy it, Liverpool were looking ahead, anticipating the next evolution of football, preparing for challenges that other teams haven't even recognized yet. That's what separates champions from pretenders, the ability to innovate while everyone else imitates. The psychological warfare. And let's talk about the psychological aspect, because this is where Liverpool's 25-26 campaign becomes truly devastating. There's nothing more demoralizing for a football team than facing opponents who beat you last season and then got significantly better. Other teams will walk onto the pitch at Anfield knowing they're facing the perfected version of the side that already dominated them. They'll see Wirtz pulling the strings, Ekitike making runs, potentially Isak causing problems, all within a system that's had another year to evolve and improve. The mental impact cannot be overstated. When you're facing a team that you know is better than you, that you know has more quality in every position, that you know is tactically superior, the battle is half lost before you even kick the ball. Slot has created something more dangerous than just a good team. He's built a machine that learns, adapts, and improves with every game. This psychological advantage extends beyond individual matches. Over the course of a full season, knowing that you're competing against a team that's consistently better than you takes a toll. It affects decision-making, it impacts confidence, and it influences how teams approach their other matches as well. The title defense mentality. Title defenses are supposed to be harder. Champions are supposed to get complacent, lose their hunger, struggle with the target on their backs. History is full of teams that won everything one season only to fall apart the next. The pressure of expectation, the loss of motivation after achieving success, the difficulty of maintaining peak performance, these are the challenges that traditionally face defending champions. But this Liverpool team is different. They're not defending anything. They're expanding their empire. Every other Premier League team spent the summer trying to figure out how to beat Liverpool. Liverpool spent the summer figuring out how to beat everyone else even more convincingly. Slot has managed to maintain the hunger that drives champions while adding the tactical sophistication that ensures sustained success. His players aren't satisfied with one title. They want to establish a dynasty. They want to be remembered not just as champions, but as one of the greatest teams in Premier League history. The additions of Wirtz and Ekitike, the potential signing of Isak, the continued presence of world-class players like Salah, these aren't the moves of a team that's content with past success. These are the moves of a team that's determined to dominate for years to come. The mentality within the squad is perfect for a title defense. They have the confidence that comes from knowing they're the best, combined with the motivation that comes from wanting to prove it again. They understand that every team will give their best shot against the champions, and they're prepared to meet that challenge head-on. So here's why Liverpool's 25-26 game plan is straight up terrifying for every other team in the Premier League. They've combined championship experience with championship hunger. They've got a manager who's already proven he can win at the highest level, and he's had a full year to perfect his system and implement his vision. They've made smart, strategic signings that address their few weaknesses while maintaining their core strengths. Wirtz brings world-class creativity and tactical flexibility. Ekitike provides clinical finishing and genuine striker instincts. The potential addition of Isak would give them squad depth that rivals any team in world football. But most terrifyingly of all, they're just getting started. This isn't Liverpool at their peak. This is Liverpool building toward their peak. This is a team that won the Premier League while still learning their manager's system, while still integrating new ideas, while still figuring out the perfect combinations. The scary thought for everyone else is this: if Liverpool were this good while still developing, what will they look like now that everything has had time to click into place? What will they look like with a full preseason under their belt, with new signings integrated into the system, with every player understanding their role perfectly? The Premier League thinks it knows what's coming. Manchester City think they can match Liverpool's intensity. Arsenal believe they have the quality to compete. Chelsea hope their new signings will make the difference. They're all wrong. What's coming is a Liverpool team that's evolved beyond what anyone imagined possible. A team that's combined the best elements of Klopp's passion with Slot's tactical brilliance. A team that's built not just to win this season, but to dominate for years to come. The 2025-26 Premier League season is going to be remembered as the year Liverpool showed the world what true dominance looks like. Every other team is playing for second place, and most of them don't even realize it yet. What do you think? Can anyone stop this Liverpool machine? Are there any weaknesses in their game plan that other teams can exploit? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Premier League analysis that goes deeper than the headlines. Because trust me, you're going to want to follow along as this Liverpool dynasty unfolds.